What's going on, everybody? We are doing a little special movie review as we checked out The Haunted Mansion, the 2023 supernatural horror comedy film from Justin Simeon and screenplay by Katie DePold.
Yeah.
So, Brandon, do you want to tell everybody who was starring in this film? Because it had an all-star cast.
Yeah. So we have actors such as Lakeith Stanfield. I think he did a great job in this. I know a lot of people probably were like, damn, where's Eddie Murphy and everything? But I definitely think Lakeith put this project on his back. Like, he's a great actor. He's been in a lot of big projects, a lot of TV shows. He's definitely proven himself. So, and definitely in this film, he did a lot to kind of keep it going, with his career. I think that he was definitely the right choice. So definitely. So hats off to him, man. So we got Tiffany Haddish, Owen Wilson, Danny DeVito, Rosario Dawson, and Jamie Lee Curtis even came up. Had a little appearance. We have Jared Leto. So it was
Yeah,
weird, like because after we finished that, he was like, I didn't even know he was in the movie.
I
So
was. I heard that he was like the guy in the top hat, but I'm like,
yeah,
I didn't know. Yeah, I was like, it didn't look like him. It didn't have to be somebody. Actually, yeah, one of the people that came out, I think it was Gina, was like, it didn't
hmm,
have to be Jared Leto. Like that literally could have just been anybody.
yeah,
But still cool, I guess. Right?
yeah. And I just want to say shout out to Showcase Cinemas that put this event on for us. This was one of our first big theater events that we had that we were able to invite, some of our followers and listeners from our local area,
Yeah.
and this was more like kind of based around like some like people with families and stuff. So it was kind of cool seeing a little different change of like scenery, not being in a brewery, not just having
Yeah.
everybody, so we had kids at this event. So it
And it
was a
was
good
like a
time.
blockbuster movie. It wasn't like
Yeah.
us like getting a bunch of people together to watch one of our typical like cheesy 80s films. This was
Hmm.
like a real Hollywood film. So that was different. Like watching one of those type of movies with people that we typically watch cheesy 80s movies with was interesting. And it was also cool because some of the people there were like, I'm not typically a Disney fan, or like I'm not into super into Disney movies.
Hmm.
But they came out and think pretty much the consensus was like everyone had a really great time.
Yeah. It was good. We got good feedback after the movie was over. We kind of was able to sit there and talk in the lobby about the film. A
Yeah.
lot of people came up to us, kind of said what they thought, how they felt about it. But for me, I enjoyed the film. I mean, I had me and my daughter, we watched it and with you and everybody else. But
Yeah.
like I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was pretty cool, but I seen a lot of feedback. A lot of people really didn't care for this movie.
Hmm.
And I think that's because they're big fans of the 2003 film that starred like Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so kind of going into it, I know there's a different vibe, different change and things, but
Yeah.
I enjoyed it for what it was. What
Yeah.
about you?
So same. I really enjoyed it actually. More than I mean, actually, no, because I was kind of excited about it, but it definitely met my expectations.
Yeah.
So a few things that I really liked. First of all, it was funny.
Hmm.
Like the comedy level was pretty good. I think at first I was getting nervous because Lakeith's like character was kind of like moping around, and like it felt like the tone was a little off. And then Owen Wilson comes in, and then as soon as like Owen Wilson is introduced, the film definitely takes like a more of a comedic turn. And I feel
Hmm.
like it really picks up the comedy. Danny DeVito was hilarious.
Yeah, Danny.
Oh my God, he was hilarious. He felt like he was playing his character on It's Always Sunny almost.
Yeah, it was a little
He,
bit.
he was awesome. Everybody was great. Tiffany Haddish was great.
Yeah.
Rosario Dawson, I don't, I mean, this is probably wrong because I'm sure she's been doing stuff, but like, I was like, this was a pretty cool like comeback for her as like a full grown mature adult actress now versus like when
Yeah.
she was younger. I remember her from a ton of roles. I mean, as far back as like kids.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah, so like she was like great in this. The little kid was great in it.
Yeah, she was playing a mom in this movie, so it was a little different. I don't think she's
Yeah.
usually a mom in like some of her other
No,
roles.
no.
So
Yeah, there was some movie where it was like she was like in a revenge place. Like, yeah, so we've seen her in so many different roles, but
hmm,
I thought she did a great job. I really
yeah,
liked a couple elements about this. It sounds like for me, it's this is a true family movie. Like there was the move the the content was like just for like just they presented it as itself. They didn't have to like throw in like this weird like adult humor the whole
Yeah.
time because it was like it wasn't needed. Like content was fine. And so like and you notice like it was a movie that like if I was a kid watching this with my parents, I wouldn't be like embarrassed to like, oh, that thing just happened.
Hmm.
It was like, you know, one that I could picture like parents bringing their kids to and not feeling uncomfortable or feeling like they have to like worry about censoring or anything like that.
Yeah.
Uh, and the other part was like the grief stuff was like cool, like not cool, but like I think it was powerful. It was like there was like
Yeah.
a lot about grief and losing people,
Hmm.
and I think the message they were sending was super strong. I was thinking about it later. I was like, so like ghosts, like we always talk about how ghosts are stuck, but
Hmm.
like in you know if they don't move on, they're stuck. And the movie was kind of reflecting how people get stuck too,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yep.
So I thought that was a cool like message to send, and the way they sent it was really cool. Was like it was layered because it was like how it happens to adults, it happens to kids, it happens to
Hmm.
everybody. We all deal with loss.
Yeah. And the thing too is, when we have losses like that, the people that we lose kind of like send us signs all the time, and you can
Yeah,
kind of like sit there and go, oh, that's from,
yeah,
my grandmother or someone that you lost. And so this film definitely had that at the end. So it was cool. It was cool seeing all
yeah.
that kind of come together.
Yep. Some great effects. The
Yeah.
I thought the ghosts and stuff like nothing came off super cheesy, which I was really happy with because like
Hmm.
obviously there's a ton of CGI. Um, the thing I enjoyed the most about it was I know I talked to you about this before the movie was like I'm a big fan of the ride,
Yep.
and it like there was so many references to parts of the ride that like so it just felt very true to the ride. And I know people
Hmm.
love Eddie Murphy the former film, but like this to me felt like you know an extension of the ride that I could definitely appreciate. So that
Yeah.
was
Yeah. So we all enjoyed that film. So if you haven't seen it yet, we definitely recommend you checking that film out. But like I said again, I wanted to say thank you to Showcase Cinemas for allowing us to have that event. And if you're from our local area, make Showcase your number one movie theater experience. Check out their new Showcase subscribe program, see more movies and save. Plans starting at only 950. A person. Tickets, reservations can only be made on the Showcase subscribe app. I'm a Showcase subscribe member, and I take my family out, and we have
yeah,
we have the pass, and it's definitely worth it, because like I was telling you before, Dave, I would go, like, we usually go to the movies like on a Saturday night or a Friday night, and they end up paying over like $50 in tickets. So I have the Showcase subscribe pass for, four members of my family, and we go to one movie, and like you said, it was $50. But with this, I pay what's like $50 and change after tax,
yeah,
and that covers, we can see three movies,
yeah, yeah.
so it's
In this
definitely
day and
worth it.
age, that's yeah, that's a big bargain if you think
And
about how much three movies cost for that many people.
yeah, and so also, when you do it, like, so say that like when the payment's processed, you earn like $10 or $15 in rewards
Yeah,
onto your Showcase card. So you can sit there and get popcorn or whatever, your sodas, candy, nachos, hot dogs,
yeah.
whatever the fuck you want,
Oh, they got a full bar now. So they were selling, you know, they were selling Gansets over at the bar. They got yeah,
Yeah.
beer, cocktails, very cool. They've
Hmm.
definitely upgraded significantly. Nice recliner seats. That was
Hmm.
cool.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely Showcase is definitely our top movie spot around here.
Yeah,
And
and
even
that's it.
just their Star Pass is worth it because like if you're just even if you're just using the Star Pass to get points or whatever, like I can't tell you, I've gotten free tickets, free
Yeah.
popcorn, free sodas, stuff like that. So
Yep. Because that's what I was saying. The subscribe points roll over to your Star Pass.
yep, yep,
So you can have up to six members in your family, and you can visit the movie 5 times a month. And so, hey, it's definitely worth it. Whatever, you can make this plan work for you, because it's like we talked about before. There's other payment plans or programs like this, but they only cater to one person. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So it's
yep.
like
So
hard
this is
when
like
yeah,
yeah,
when you have a family, it's definitely worth it. So definitely check out Showcase, subscribe. You won't be mad. Just save some money.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
always going.
So yeah, thanks everybody for tuning into this mini review. Check out Haunted Mansion before it leaves theaters. I think theater is the like best place probably to check this one out because of
Yeah.
its visual effects, I would say. So
Yep.
you don't want to miss this one. All right,
Nope.
everybody. Thank you. Have a good night.
Take it easy.